Hey guys, it's Aina here. Welcome back to my channel with another video. Hi. I kind of want to film this because it's the end of February and I thought it would be nice to have a chit chat hangout session with you guys, like two besties hanging out because it's the end of February and I kind of want to recap or just hang out with you guys and talk before this month ends, and I want to share what I have been up to. So I hope you guys are having a good day today. I hope you guys are having a blast today. If you guys are not having a good day today, I hope you guys are just enjoying your day however you can. What do I want to talk about today? So basically, I kind of want to do a short book review because I have been reading this month. I have been reading for the past 2 months, January and February. So I kind of want to do a short book review of what I have been reading in January and kind of want to show you guys what I have been reading for this month too. So we'll get to that point later, but for now I kind of want to share you guys about my love for iced coffee. Like, for those of you who don't know, I like drinking coffee. Before we start the video for my book review, I want to tell you guys how much I'm enjoying drinking iced coffee. This is my normal coffee, but it's iced. Like right now, my go-to is drinking iced coffee. I don't know why. Because back in 2017, when I first started drinking coffee, I would always go for hot coffee. Even when I'm hanging out with friends, hanging out with my family at a coffee shop, like Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf or wherever, I would always go for hot coffee, like a hot cappuccino. I would never order iced coffee a few years back. I don't know why suddenly this year, like starting in January, I suddenly thought like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to try iced coffee again. Who knows? I might like it this time. So the first iced coffee that I have ever ordered on Starbucks is I can never remember this name. It's the vanilla sweet cream ice cold brew, if I'm not mistaken. But I am in love with that drink. I don't know why. Like every time I order Starbucks, that iced coffee is my go-to iced coffee for now, but I am open to drinking other different iced coffee there is out there. But for now, I'm just drinking my normal iced coffee that I make. Iced coffee is the way to go. Like, it's my new thing. I kind of want to talk to you guys about February. I think I can say that this month I have been going pretty well. Like, I started off really strong in being consistent with my habits. Like, I have been waking up in the morning a lot and I have been reading. So like, that's one of the main things that I want to talk to you guys about in this video, which is reading, because I'm not sure if it's in my previous video. I think it's in my setup 2021 January setup bullet journal video that I did mention about starting to read again this year. So one of my goals were to read a book every month. So in total, I would read 12 books in a year. So yeah, that's for me. I feel like I can do that. Like, I can read one book each month, even though it's like a small start and like a very small step in gaining back my reading habit. But I think that's enough for me, because I know for a fact that if I start reading drastically, I would not finish a book quickly. Because if you remember my previous videos that I did on a book review called Suicide Notes, that took me about 2 months to finish reading actually, because I noticed and I realized that every time I start to read a book, my attention span in reading is very short. I think you can hear the ruffling. Forgot what I was saying. Like I said just now, that my attention span in reading is very short. So whenever I start reading a book, I realize that I would read at least about 2 to 3 pages, and then I would pause for days that would lead up to weeks in not reading. So that's very bad. So that's why I put for my goals that every month I would finish at least one book. And in January, I managed to finish this book called Questions to Our Answers by Timothy Joshua. It's a poetry and short stories book. And I give it a... How much should I give this? Probably 6.7. Do you think it's a 7? You didn't even read this. Okay, I would say it's 50-50. It's good, but at the same time, it's not so good. So I want to give it a 7 out of 10, but it's hard. So maybe a 6.5. Yeah, that's for me. This book review is basically like solely based on my thoughts and feelings and opinions. Like, clearly I'm not being paid to do this review, but then again, this is just my thoughts and feelings towards this book. And yeah, if you hear noise, that's my sister. So yeah, just ignore the background noise, please. If you guys want to start reading poetry, and if you guys want to start like very normal, not so heavily on the meanings or like using heavy words and vocabulary, I think this book would be good. This is easy for people to read and for people to understand the stories and the words and the meanings in this poetry book. So yeah, when I say that it's balanced like 50-50 in the good and the bad, is because some poems in here is good, but some other poems in here I feel like it needed a little bit more work. And some of the poems in here I feel like it's unnecessary, or I feel like, yeah, it needs a little bit more work. So if you guys can see that, can you see those markings?
You made page markers?
Yes, I ran out, so I marked my pages like this. I marked the pages that I think is good. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Can you see? Hello? It won't focus. Never mind. Let's get to the bad part first. Some of the writing, I think, like I said, it needed a little bit more work. I'll give you an example by this piece called Everything Starts and Ends with You. So it literally starts with the word you and ends with you. And what I think is that the writer could have done this a bit more creative. So it starts like this. Is how it goes. I'm gonna try and read it. It was one of those moments when you knew your life was about to flash by, and you began to worry that it was going to be the last time you would ever catch a glimpse of it. But I held on. I told myself I wasn't going to give up. What was before my very eyes, for when my life flashed by, I saw you, clear as day, even amidst the dark, so vividly I could almost feel the soft of your touch and the sweet of your lips. You are and were all the ambitions and dreams of my life, and you will always be the meaning of my life. You. Okay, to me, I feel like the writer could have at least started, for example, you were one of those moments when you knew. So it starts with the word you. That's good. But the ending, I feel like he should have included in like this, like, I don't know how to do this. And will always be the meaning of my life, which is you, for example. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? It's like, it starts with you, but in the sentence, instead of being a whole different word. I have no idea if I'm explaining this correctly and if you guys understand, but that's how I feel like it should be, more creatively, instead of literally starting the word you and ending it with the word you, when you could have done it creatively by doing it like, you were one of those moments, for example, and ending it will always be the meaning of my life, which is you. Get it? Okay, I hope you guys get it. Another bad thing, or the thing that I don't like in this book, is that there are a few pieces where I just don't understand why it has to be written that way, because I think it's boring and I think it's just a waste of time for people to read. So for example, there's this title called Expectations, and it's like this. It's not gonna focus. I don't know why it's not gonna focus, but you guys can see that. So it's, if you read it, it goes like this. Title is Expectation. Maybe this could be, maybe this could be love, maybe this could be love like the fairy tales, maybe this could be love like the fairy tales you've dreamt of. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like pieces like that because it's a waste of time. Instantly, when I flipped the page and I noticed the writing was like this, I would just skip straight away to the end of the poem, or like the end sentence. Not only this one piece is in this book, there are like a few pieces that's written like that. Why do you have to break it piece by piece like that? To me, it's, you can say it's creative, but then again, it's not to me, because I'll just skip right at the end of the sentence and read the whole thing instead of like reading it piece by piece by piece, if that makes sense. The second thing that I kind of don't like in this book is that there are titles where they put slashes. So for example, like this one, it's called, I don't know if you can see, it's not gonna, I don't care if it's going to focus or not, but the title is called The Light / The Shadow. To me, okay, it's nice to have that, but then again, if you have multiple pieces with that kind of title, like this other one that I found is also, it's called The Next Step / The Last Step. Honestly, I feel like just pick whichever. Like, what is the title actually? Is it The Next Step, or is it The Last Step, or is it The Light or The Shadow? Like, pick what is the title, because when I first saw the title was like that, it had slashes, I immediately think like, oh, is this supposed to be like that, or was it a mistake? If titles were like this, it would insinuate to readers that it's a draft, or like it's not fully done writing. I don't think it should be that way. Just pick a title that suits in showing what the poem is about. Is it the light or the shadow? Let's talk about the good part now. What I like about this book instantly is that it has short stories which the poems will relate to. So each chapter, I think there's about 3 chapters if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there are 3 main chapters, and each opening chapter has a short story which the poems in those chapters are relating to, or like it relates and have the same meaning towards the whole short stories. So I think that was pretty cool. Most of the writings in here I do relate to, and I do find it really creative and really interesting in reading, and I enjoy reading. I'm just gonna read one of the poems that I like in this book, which is called Stargazing. It goes like this. The truth is, I've been trying to make you laugh all day because I know of the stars in your eyes. I cherish the moments the stars come out, not just because it is the most beautiful thing in the world, but because I know that when they do come out, there is the slightest of chances that I could catch a shooting star. Then I could wish for more days like this, and then I can wish for more days with you. I think it's really sweet. It's a really sweet and short and simple poem, and that poem is in the first chapter, which is called, well, it doesn't have any chapter title, but it's called Chapter 1, and it does have questions in the Chapter 1. Yeah, each chapter actually has different questions. This is the book that I've been reading in January, and I managed to finish it at the end of the month. I want to gain back my reading habit, and this is what I'm doing, which is 1 book each month. So the book that I'm reading in February, like throughout February, is this book. Actually, I got this in January, but I was reading this book, so I decided to read this poetry book by Train River Publishing, and it's called Train River Poetry Anthology Winter Edition. The reason why I got this book is because my poem is in this book. Yeah, you're looking at a published poet. Let me see if I can find my poem. It's in page, I remember what page it is, so yeah. If you guys can see, that's my poem. It's called Nightly Overthinking. This poem is up on my Instagram poetry account. If you guys want to see that, you guys can go there. Speaking of poetry account, I forgot to mention that my poetry account has reached 100 followers. If you guys have been following my poetry account, I want to say thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for following my poetry account. It really means a lot. It shows that my small little community is growing. If you guys haven't followed my poetry account, please do give my poems a read, and if you guys like it, please give my poetry account a follow. If you guys don't like reading poetry, just share it to anyone who you know or think might like reading poetry. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys share my account and just basically support me in any way you guys can. This book has it's from different writers all around the world, and I'm surprised at how many writings I like, because literally, if you guys can see like how much page I marked, and the marking pages means I like the pieces, and there's a lot of pieces in here that I like from different writers. So this is really nice. Like, this book is really nice to read because it has different writers from different countries. This is the book that I'm reading this month. I don't know if I want to make a book review on this because it's actually very simple. It doesn't have like chapters or anything. It's basically a compilation of different writers in a book. So that's really cool. And behind here has all the writers that have been included in this book. So yeah, this was a very good read. It's like, if you guys want to wake up early in the morning and have coffee and you guys want something to read, this is definitely a good book to read, as well as this one. Like, just a coffee break, you guys don't want to look at your phone, you guys want to read, this book can also be a nice company for you guys to read. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I just want to share you guys what I have been reading for the past 2 months. I have been searching for different books to buy. I have a few poetry books that I'm currently looking for and planning to buy, as well as different young adults books that I've watched on YouTube. Like, some YouTubers have recommended some really good young adult fantasy, sci-fi genre books for me. But then again, I feel like I kind of want to start reading more mystery books. I've watched this series called Behind Her Eyes, and another movie that I recently watched with my dad was Something Man. I'll put it on the screen, this movie that I can't remember, but this movie is a mystery heist movie, and that made me more intrigued. Like, oh, it will be really cool to read mystery books. So I might buy mystery books. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to expand my genre in reading this time. I used to read dystopian books, but then again, I kind of want to venture out into different genres of books. So who knows what kind of books I might buy in the future and read. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. If you guys watch at this point, please leave a comment saying I'm still here. Or just give me some emoji comments. I don't know. Oh my god, you know what I forgot? I have coffee. What? Sedap new. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just us best friends hanging out, me talking about my books and how my February is going. I'm very grateful for being consistent with my habits. I hope you guys are too. Tell me what habits you guys have been doing consistently in the comments, or comment anything below you guys want to comment. Tell me how your February is going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up if you guys like this, and subscribe please if you guys haven't subscribed already. It will mean a lot to me to grow this channel together in our little community. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.